Load shedding again starting about an hour ago now after 2 days over the festive season without any power outages. Stage 2 load shedding kicked in at 4 o'clock. There'll be stage 1 load shedding from 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Eskom says that pattern will continue until further notice. Earlier today, the Electricity Minister Kgosientsho Ramokgopa said Eskom's power generation system remains extremely unreliable and vulnerable. Nqobile Madlala reports.
The Minister of Electricity has unveiled strides made towards achieving uninterrupted power supply. The energy plan was first announced in July 2022, almost 2 years ago, by President Cyril Ramaphosa. In 2023, Minister Ramokgopa began visiting power stations as part of the plan to end the dark days for South Africans. A memorandum of understanding between Public Enterprise and the Electricity Minister has now been approved by the President to boost efforts to end blackouts.
There are those functions that were performed previously in relation to interaction with Eskom. That was done by the Minister of Public Enterprises. Then it will be done by the Minister of Electricity. What that does, it allows us to move with speed so that there's no toing and froing.
But even with those moves, the Minister says he won't be committing to no load shedding.
What we are working on is on the reliability of this plant. So for the past 2 days, we haven't seen load shedding, but then you will see that some of the plants gets to fail. We fix them and then you initiate load shedding. So what we want to keep at is significantly reduced levels of load shedding, have significant period of the week, of the month where there is no load shedding.
Ramokgopa says it's important to tap into the private sector for capital needed for the energy transition phase.
So it's important that we tap into private sector liquidity to be able to finance, if you like, transmission expansion. We've spoken at Newzroom, 14,000 kilometers needed in the next 10 years. I want to argue is needed much earlier. I will put that to 5 to 7 years. The Eskom financing regime has got sufficient to pull us for the next 3 years. About 1,400. I'm of the opinion that you need to do significantly more than the 1,400 in the next 3 years. I think you need to be closer to about 6,000. Of course, the Eskom balance sheet does not allow for that. And that's why the Minister then will work out on these solutions of how best we finance that without relinquishing state ownership of the grid.
The Minister added that they are also discussing Eskom's future in renewable energy in order to remain a relevant energy supplier. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I am Nqobile Madlala in Pretoria.